we may begin then. You are in the circa forest.
Wow. Here we are in the circa forest. Look at those monkeys over there.
Alright, I think the monkeys aren't gonna bother us anymore after I kinda frightened them away with my intimidating powers. Did anyone need to take a rest or anything like that?
Nah, I'm good. I stretched my limbs.
Character sheet? I don't
There's
think
only so much muscle down here to stretch. I'm done.
But you can see that the gorillons over here are kind of minding their own business now, and they seem to be in like a circle doing something.
Heck yeah. Oh no, monkey rituals.
Just spy upon the monkey ritual.
So we were just going in that direction just toward them, or
I think we recognized, if I remember correctly,
we went the wrong way?
No. I think in this part of the forest is where Shemaya said that, like, she was feeling the most bad energy or something like that. Like, she pointed us in, like, the bottom left.
Yes, the Myconid said,
do.
like, down kind of the pathway south is where they came from, where they were attacked.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can I guess, walk across this, like, branch and kind of just see...
You see there's a root of Corencia that extends over the river.
I guess I'd kind of like to walk across it until I can kind of see what the monkeys are doing.
So, yeah, the gorillons. You get a little bit closer, and they seem to be a little bit perturbed by your approaching, but seeing as you established kind of your dominance over them, they're kind of not getting too aggressive. But you can see that they all seem to be kind of placing various things around another gorillon. You can see kind of at the base right over here, there is an unmoving one. You can see there's a gorillon that's dead.
No.
Oh.
No.
And it seems as though they're placing various objects kind of around it. You see that there's an empty gourd of some kind, a half-eaten fruit, a few rocks, a banana.
Yeah, sure.
I can do a nature check. That is historically a thing that I do.
Okay. Buck, it just looks like monkeys doing monkey business. But Layra, you can tell that...
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Word as well. Both of you can tell that this is some sort of mourning. They do have very low form of intelligence and kind of hunt in packs and stuff and form communities, very similar to other primates. And they are very saddened by the loss of this one.
Can I try and see from a respectful distance how the one that died?
Yes.
And kind of on top of that, does it look like significantly different than the others, or is it just a general family member?
No, it looks pretty much around, kind of the same family, very similar coat and stuff. And Layra, looking from back there, you can give me a medicine check.
Gladly. The other skill that I'm allegedly good at. Making me look bad.
I'll have that in combination with your nature check. You can tell that this thing, it seems as though it died in a sort of fight. You know that there is some infighting amongst the gorillons, but not to the point where they would kill each other. So one killing another is very curious.
Ah yes, ape must never kill ape. We know. Okay, yeah, that's
But yeah, you can see it's got scratch marks, bite marks, bruises from being kind of beat up. And yet they mourn.
If we wanted to leave the monkeys alone, there's a path that goes just around the river bend that goes north.
I do like that option. I don't really want to fight a bunch of big monkeys with extra arms.
Yes, I think...
It makes me feel inadequate.
I think peacefully passing by would be the better option.
Can we get the horses through there?
Yeah, I'll say the horses are able to, like, kind of make their way, for convenience sake, they're able to make their way up there. Okay, all right. So you guys are going up that northern path then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I will say, Layra, whenever you go that way and you get a closer look at the gorillons, you see the dead gorillon. It's like, why would they be clawing? Why would they be fighting amongst each other? You do see as you get closer that there are little droplets of some sort of black ooze left over.
Oh no.
Ooze on the gorillon?
On the dead gorillon, yes.
Okay. I have a hunch about what's going on here now.
So yes, you guys head that way, and you can see that there's a lot of bushes. There's a very dense foliage here.
I would like to, out of precaution, use an action to use my magic awareness.
Magic awareness. Okay. I will say that you sense magic, not in this immediate area, but to the right. Heavy use of evocation and enchantment.
When you say to the right, you mean like...
Yes.
I don't know if I can pinpoint. It kind of does like a little radar burst.
Yeah, radar bing, bing, kind of that way to the right. Okay. Beyond the tree line that you can see. Not in this immediate area.
Whatever that feels or looks like, I'll communicate that to the team.
I will say, though, Word, with your insanely high passive perception...
Oh, yeah.
And Fritz as well, to a certain extent. Both of you. No, you didn't need to roll. Your passive perception is fucking 21. But both you and Fritz, you see shuffling in the bushes. Very faintly, something stalking you.
It could be like 50 different things.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if it's that little elf boy. Or no, he's the fairy. He's gone. He's still in the other town. What do you see with your furball guys? You're not a furball. You're a bugbear.
I'm a bugbear. What are you talking about? I don't see anything. I sense that there's some sort of magic over here to the right of us, but I don't see anything dangerous here, so I guess we're good to just walk forward.
That's very disquieting.
Unless somebody stops me, I'm moving forward.
So yes, Buck, are you going to continue walking? Is everyone going to let Buck walk forward?
Yeah.
Don't give them that option. Make them tell me.
Hey, Buck.
Yes, my true trusted friend Word. Is there something you'd like to tell me before I walk forward?
I've risked your life before, but right now I have nothing to gain from you stepping forward.
Okay,
we
then
should be cautious.
Okay, I will. I'll let you go ahead first then.
Okay,
all right, never mind. I'll go first.
No, that's fine. Hold on. Let me just crouch down here. Oh. And here I go into the wild beyond.
When you get into the bushes, you may roll a second stealth check.
Okay.
You'll just know, whoever may have seen you will just know that you did definitely go into the bushes.
I swear, Buck, they'll never see me in here. And I fall backwards.
31.
30. We're gonna take the 31. Holy shit. Okay.
I told you.
You are so stealth, Word, hiding. You are one within the bushes and the branches and the leaves, that your passive perception while you're in the bushes, since now you can see within it, you can see the faint hint of dark gray fur around. You can see that there appears to be 4 large furry beasts in there with you.
Oh no. There's big...
You have not alerted them to your presence specifically, although you can probably guess that they saw you go in the bushes.
Can I like poke my little dragon head out and try and alert Buck and like give him very wide haunted eyes and hold up 4 little dragon fingers?
Yes, you may communicate that to Buck.
I turn down to Fritz. I'm like, so he wants the 4 of us to go into the bush with him? I don't know. What does that mean?
Wait, don't I have...
Can I roll insight to see
I have message! I'm stupid!
Oh, where do you have message?
It's been a while.
Oh, never mind. I understood what you meant.
I point and I whisper. Hey, there's like 4 enormous blotted, probably monkeys in here, and they've been watching us, and I'm not leaving the bushes.
What do you...
Have fun.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I mean, this is an ambush. I ambush. Do we counterattack? Do we try and fake them out? Do you have like weird magic or something that can like make them go in a different direction and we jump them from the back?
I mean, I can just start swinging into the bushes, but I don't know if that's the best idea. Let me come...
Wait, Lyra's here. And I point at Lyra.
What?
We're in trouble.
Word? I can't hear you anymore.
You say in your head to no one. Lyra, so there's like 4 big, probably blotted, hairy creatures. And I think they're preparing an ambush, and I'm in bush. So if you have something that can misdirect them, maybe we can get the jump on them.
Let me see.
Let me coat my blade in oil.
Just look through my spell list real quick.
Turn into one of them and become their alpha.
Tell a squirrel to go that way.
I actually
Become
don't
the
know.
squirrel and we can go that way.
There would have to be a beast for me to be able to wild shape into him. Although I do have polymorph now.
I guess we don't know what they are yet.
All my spells have verbal components.
I don't really have anything illusion-wise that could direct them like that.
Use polymorph to turn me into a squirrel, and then I will run interference.
Bait.
Do you want me to do that?
I don't know. I just can't imagine that that's the right play
I can
here.
snare them.
I mean, I can entangle them. I think if we want to just spring the trap and go,
Oh, wait.
start throwing elbows, we can.
I can pass without trace. Oh wait, why don't we just use summon beast and it chases it?
Yeah.
Good point.
If you have summon beast, I mean,
We both do, don't we?
I'd have nary a beast to summon.
Are you guys cool with me doing that? Like that idea?
Yeah, I like that idea.
What beast would you like to
I
summon?
think I'll do land then. What would be like something I can summon as land?
Maybe like a fat, juicy boar.
Yeah. Could I summon a
boar.
boar?
All right, here is a boar token. Pardon, it's gonna be huge. It's just
Summons
the
a pig.
summoning animation. That's all.
Whoa!
Whoa.
No, Fritz, no.
So you summon forth a boar that oinks and snorts and is ready for your command.
Name the boar.
I'm not naming the boar. It's a spectral beast. What direction do we want it to run?
Whichever direction we're not going, ideally.
Which direction are we going?
I think I sense some magic coming from like right here. It was my intention to try and push us towards that direction.
So if I go get it to run to the opposite corner.
Yeah, get it to run over here, and then we can maybe rush this
Okay.
direction.
Go, little creature.
Okay, when this happens, I'm gonna say you're gonna take your first turn in initiative. So we're gonna roll for initiative right now. And just so we can organize what you guys do on what's essentially a surprise round. Now then, firstly, word. While this distraction... So here's what happens. The boar runs. Do you want the boar to dash and use all of its move speed?
Yes, I want it to be as exciting of a little thing as we can.
Okay, so it runs, squeeing, going this way. And immediately, you see the bushes move. A trail follows the boar, but basically going upwards and to the left. Word, you see two of them kind of from here and here head upwards and kind of following the boar. And you see this one rustling like very frantically. And the other body, the fourth body you saw over here in the bush, makes no movement.
I'll prepare my turn for when one of them is in clear sight
Okay.
and just make an attack at that point.
Fritz, you see the same thing. Bushes heading towards the top left over here. Two bodies are heading upwards and one rustling bush.
Well, that's kind of what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they are out of the way. We could just make a beeline for it. There's one guy left, but only I know that. We just kill him or die.
Nice. So yes, you approach the opening. The Wilds were going to skip their turn until the top of the round. Buck, your turn.
I'm also going to go 50 feet here, and then I'm going to dash. But I'm going to place myself like right here because I'm worried about what may still... Or do I not see whatever's like... I didn't see anything.
You didn't
here.
see anything there.
All right, so I...
But word did mention 4, and you saw 3 rustling areas in the bush.
I guess if that's the case, I'll still kind of impose myself between the bush and Fritz.
All right.
And then I'll end my turn.
Layra.
So do we know exactly where the moving bushes are?
Yes, you do. You can see that they're all heading up in this direction. I can't draw the specific one, but like if you say if you're aiming something for it, I'll say you know exactly where they are.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to throw an entangle where they all are. Range 90 feet, 20 foot square.
Ah, all right. That would be in this area.
So I'm just gonna boop.
Okay. So, yes, let's see. I'm going to roll for them. Okay, you restrain 2 of the 3. Okay, First thing that goes off, Word, you wanted to attack anything that ran past you, yes?
Yeah, since I get another turn.
And you do, so give me that attack roll.
Can I identify it first, or is preparing my action all reflex?
I would say yes. It gets close enough that you see the dark, kind of scraggly fur, and I'm going to reveal it, of a warg that has been hiding in the bushes with its pack mates.
That's bad. Yeah, I'm shooting.
It's seeing the boar run across. It starts to hunt and bound towards it, completely passing up you as it did not notice you. You have, an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, let's just do that. So that'd be...
with advantage, since you're doing it from stealth.
If it's just a warg, I'll use my non-standard... I have a short sword, what the fuck.
Very nice. Okay, yes. You slash it across its side, and when you do, you actually feel like its hide is not as thick as the wargs you fought many weeks ago, as you cut it and deal a very hefty blow that it nearly stumbles, but it continues on its way towards the boar. And when it gets over here, it is going to be one of the two that gets entangled. So this one and this one both get entangled, but this one does not. As this one, you can see, bounds towards the boar and is going to go and take a bite into it. Ooh, it takes a massive bite into this boar. But then it goes, you can see that the warg goes to taste, and it realizes there is no blood, and it just kind of snarls in anger. And as these reveal themselves, I'm going to put them a little thing that they're entangled. You can see that these wargs are incredibly skinny. You can see their ribs and kind of the bones on their arms and hind legs, and that they are salivating at the mouth at the thought of a tasty, tasty boar. But now, Word, it's your turn proper.
Yeah, I would feel bad not finishing the job after shooting that thing to near death, and it's already there, so I'm gonna try and end that misery. So let me enter stealth again.
Okay, yes. You hide back into the bush, you just drop down, back into the leaves.
Alright, I'll shoot a normal bolt out of my primed weapon.
Ooh, alright. Yes, and fires it again and nearly takes this thing out. It's very, very close to dead now.
Damn it. Poor thing.
More pain, no death.
That's not what I mean to cause. I'm here for death. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Fritz, you see the same thing. What do you do?
Well, we learned not to feed them, so I'm going to the entrance. Oh! I'm gonna pretend I didn't. It glitched for a second, but I saw nothing. It's completely fine there.
It's not real, yeah. You do see that inside it's kind of a lot of mess and a dense foliage and a black ooze kind of covering a lot of your vision as well. Whatever it is in there, past the dense trees, the blot may have already taken over. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Oh, yeah, sure. I should probably attack the wargs, right? Yeah. Sorry, that was a lot. The one that's got a little... I can shoot this guy with my bow. Ka-chow.
Okay, yes, and you take care of him. He's dead. You fire it, and you can see that it's struggling to try and keep itself up, to try and feed on that boar, but one final bolt after the two attacks from Word takes care of it, falls into the bushes.
Yeah, I'll just attack the other guy.
Okay, yeah, that's also going to hit as a fiery bolt just shoof into the back of this warg as it whines in pain. And next are the wargs' turns. And seeing as they have been counter-ambushed, this one is going to try and take a bite out of the boar again. Ooh, and it does so, and that's going to be enough to kill the boar. But the boar just vanishes as all it is a familiar, and the warg looks very upset.
Piglet, no.
But then, seeing that you guys kind of outnumber it and have counter-ambushed the ambush, it is going to run and escape this way.
Goodbye.
As does this one, which is going to use its action to try and free itself. Okay, yes, it gnaws off the vines and also makes a break for it. And you can see there was one that was hidden that you didn't see in these bushes that also jumps out and leaves.
Is this all you can conjure, Saruman?
But Word, you see that the one that was hiding in the bushes over here has not moved. That is going to be the end of combat.
Good work, Word.
And I'm gonna point at you and cast message again. So, there's one that's still here. I'm not sure if it's just dead, but it's like behind you. I would say follow my voice, but I'm in your head. Just
I turn around and I walk this way.
It's over here?
nah. Colder, warmer. Relatively warmer. It's in those bushes you're looking at right now. Hold on, let me figure this out.
So Word, getting that close with your passive perception because it's 21, you can see that it is another dead warg.
Yeah, okay.
And you can see getting that close as well that just like the gorillons, this one has oozing black liquid kind of dripping on various different parts of it. You can see that there seems to be remnants of gnawing and biting at it, but not a lot. You would think something very hungry would eat, another kind of free body, but this one seems mostly intact, besides the wounds that it sustained.
Word's not good at nature, but he has gotten sick. He lives in sewers, and he's had things that he's had the urge to like bite at and gnaw at. Are these like self-inflicted wounds?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Come on, medicine check.
You can tell that similar to the gorillon, no, these were definitely inflicted by the other wargs, and so are the bites, but the bites do not seem as though they were punctured all the way through as if to try and eat. It seems as though, from what you can tell, they might have bit part way and then may let go for whatever reason. They didn't decide to chew.
Nasty poison warg. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that might be somewhat relative information, so I'll wait for Layra to catch up to us, and then I'll share that with the party.
And you can see as well, as you pass by the wargs, you can see that the Myconid speaks through your minds. A tragedy, to be sure. The wargs have been migrating sporadically since their hunting grounds have been destroyed by the blot.
Well, no point mourning in what we're putting an end to now.
And when you guys get close over there, Shemaiah says, "This should be the source of the corruption." And there seem to be a few branches and stuff in your way, but you're able to push past them, kind of swiping away with some of your weapons. And inside, you see this. So inside this thicket of woods, you can see that the various different trees are dripping with a black ooze. There are little blot piles strewn throughout, and in the center of it all, a massive mound. The little blotlings seem to be gathering various different bits of carrion and debris into an ever-growing pile in the center, which oozes and spews various different parts of its surface. And at the top sits a very familiar orcish woman.
God damn it!
Oh no!
Dressed in violet with a witchy hat. It's the Weather Witch. And you can see that both of her hands have been severed and replaced with a dark black liquid that separates into tendrils, very similar in vein to fingers.
Nice work, Word. You gave her a cool villain redesign.
This is Buck's fault. She's already cool. Look at that thing.
Shemaiah notices this all and just goes, I see. That is the Weather Witch you have mentioned then.
Aye. Do you know her?
I'm not familiar.
Well, she caused the reign of blot during the pilgrims tournament
She threatened
that we
my
had to.
people. And then also you let her go. Yeah. Glaring at you. Reach into my bag slowly and pull out her hand. I'm gonna slap her with this.
Oh god, that's not good.
It's still stone. It's not gross.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we had to do that.
I should
Only
make like another one
conceptually
and make some
gross.
nunchucks or something. That'd be cool.
Well, no point in I guess we could step forward into the situation we've created.
Be my guest,
You've
fearless
created.
leader.
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
is a very strong
fine,
word.
Fine.
Go ahead, guy that is responsible for this exact situation.
I'm not
We're dealing
responsible for the hand things. In fact, I let her go.
So, Buck, you step in, and she notices you. Oh, hello, pilgrim.
Hooray.
Very inopportune time for us to meet again. I'm in the middle of something very important here.
I can see that you found yourself some replacements for the hands that you lost.
Yes, after our little escapades in the old Diosian ruins, I learned a bit more and cultivated some more of my little blot magics.
It doesn't appear that your appetite for messing with the innate order of things has...
No, in fact, I feel even more motivated. After our little spout in the ruins, I was thinking, why try and find the gods that may or may not exist when we have one sitting with us right here, right now, Corencia? A bountiful well of power just ripe for the taking. And so, thanks to a few valuable artifacts from those ruins, this blot seems a bit more permissive to my commands than the storm I once called. Alright, you're cranking back. Okay.
Yeah, just in preparation.
Yes. The first shot with Black Hawk will be this many shots.
Great.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's so powerful.
Look, this may be powerful, yes. Abundant, maybe, but not ripe for the taking. This is not a power that I think you fully understand, nor do you have the ability to properly control, it appears.
And what makes you think so? You, who've given up his destiny, who went along his path and could have pursued it all the more, and yet you cling to these false things around you, these friends that hold you back. Look how far I've come. This dedication.
All I see is what the four of us have been seeing the entire time we've done this journey. People trying to take advantage of something they don't understand to the detriment of everyone else around them. You do not understand what the blot is.
Oh no, but I will. And that's exactly what I plan to do. All of this is study. You see, understanding. And with that understanding will come power. I'm just researching. Now, if you'll step aside, I have a bit more fuel that I need. And you see a few of the blot start to approach you, Buck.
Here we go.
Well, Buck's gonna die. Let's watch.
I think we're the fuel.
As this is happening, Shemaya is whispering, "She's sapping the forest. You have to stop her."
Yes, I believe that was the goal.
I let you live once, you know. It doesn't have to be like this.
I guess that was your mistake. And she whisks her hand over, and I'm gonna need you guys to roll for initiative. You can place yourselves within reason around, though.
I want to get, well, I guess I'm already in. I want to get in range of all three of these blots.
Okay. As the blot attacks you.
Oh, hot ziggity.
Hot damn.
No, she killed it. Oh, I don't think you guys can see it from where you are.
No.
No.
Oh, I see
What
it.
horrifying.
Oh, I see it.
No.
How dare
Yeah.
she?
You know what? Let's not make the mistake of letting her live again.
You
All right,
monster.
look.
She's like, look at how powerful I've become. And she's standing on a big pile of turds.
Yeah, she's literally just sitting in a big
In the middle
poop
of the
pile,
woods.
and she's like, I am become God.
I hope the blot eats you.
You should be more like me.
Okay. Buck, you're up first.
Okay. First thing I'd like to do, just because I don't know what's going to happen, is I would like to rage. I would like to attack recklessly on these two blots that are near me. So I'll make my first attack.
Which blot are you smacking?
This one, I suppose.
Okay, that is going to straight up just splat this thing
Whoa.
in one
Nice.
swipe.
Just do another hit on this one here.
Ooh, yep, that one's dead too. Just one swipe into it, splattering just all over. A little bit of it kind of gets onto your clothes.
I have 50 feet of movement, so because I have the mobile feet, I'd like to maybe move.
It's not the speed of the movement that's, I think, is the problem.
Yep. So when you try to climb up this mound of blot, I'm gonna need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, here we
I don't
go.
want to fight Blot Buck. Can you not do
Oh, that would be kind of cool, though.
see it.
Can I use one of my lucky feats?
You may.
Oh, but wait. I'd like to. Hold on. No. I don't need lucky. I don't need luck, which
Yep.
I can turn a critical failure into a critical success.
You
so I'd like for that to be a.
do.
So I re-rolled. Now it's all coming together. The build is finally online. I'd like to turn the nat 1 into a nat 20.
Yes. You see as the kind of blot mound latching at your legs, pulling you down, and you almost get pulled completely until you will yourself out of it. You thrusting arms, pushing yourself, wrestling out of it, as if pushing yourself out of quicksand, and just by sheer force of will, just force yourself out of the blot, running up to the top of the mound where the Weather Witch is.
Hell yeah. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
What Buck just did made no sense to me whatsoever.
I don't think I have anything else that I want to do. I don't think I can do anything else in my turn. Yeah. There's movement, action, bonus action. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, and as you meet her up there, she just goes, impressive. Lyra, your turn.
Yes. For my next trick, I would like to cast Call Lightning.
All right.
So, alright, that's not a great roll on 3d10. But more specifically, I'm going to target, let me just make sure here, because if I strike her directly, Buck will need to also make a dex save to not get hit by lightning.
Right, of course. Okay, she's going to make her dexterity saving throw. Ooh, she fails. She's going to take the full damage as it zaps her, and she goes...
See her skeleton, her goofy little blot hands. Okay, yeah.
Okay, now she has to maintain concentration on something. Ooh, you see that as you strike her with the lightning, she is jittering in place, and you can see that her hands, her blotty, tendrily hands, fall apart. And they just drip down, floosh.
It's gonna be hard to guard yourself from my fists now.
It's gonna be really hard to cast any spell with a somatic, or is that right?
Yeah, somatic.
component.
Yeah.
She has to hold concentration to have hands? That's bananas.
Don't we all, though, to be honest?
Anything else, Lyra?
And that is my turn. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
All right, next is the Weather Witch and the Blot's turn. So, firstly, these Blot are going to start approaching some of the dead creatures on the floor, on the forest floor.
Oh no. Here
Damn
we go.
it, we forgot they did that.
And this one is going to come over here, and it starts to kind of form and morph and cover the dead giant spider as the Blot completely encompasses it and puppeteers its body. It is going to turn into a Blot geyser.
No.
Oh, god damn it.
Boosh. But it is not going to do anything on its turn since it still has summoning sickness. This one is going to do the same with the Gorillon as it goes over and covers its body, and it is going to transform the body, puppeteering it into a Blot Goliath.
Oh, that's new.
And this one is going to make its way towards the dead warg up in the top over there, but it's not going to make it all the way.
No, it's not.
Next are some hidden Blots.
Oh, goody.
In the bushes, you see projectiles firing out at you guys. And a few of them are going to be targeting Word. You dodge both, Word. Okay, a few of them are going to target Buck. Dodge one. One is going to scratch you. You're going to take...
It also is going to take the force damage. It just says when a creature hits me with an attack roll, so I think it will
Oh,
take the
okay.
damage.
Then yes,
But I will take how much?
you're going to take... You see kind of a black oozy dart nail you in the shoulder, but just then, kind of right back, a magical force fires back at it, and it's going to reveal it. It's not going to kill it, but it's going to reveal the Blot Hawk that's been hiding in the bushes. Two more are going to aim for Lyra. And they're both going to hit. You're going to take 15 force damage as two darts kind of come out of the bushes.
Sir. I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy. It's my first day. And two more firing upon Fritz. And one is going to hit. And Fritz, you're going to take, as a dart comes out of the bushes, you're going to take 8 force damage.
You know what's funny? Okay, bye, temp HP.
Ah.
Oh, got him.
As for the Weather Witch herself, she has to conjure up new hands, so she just makes some motions with her kind of stubby arms to create new blotty tendril fingers. And she's going to take her staff, and she just looks at you all. Impotent little insects. See how you like this.
I gotta make a concentration check on lightning storm. Beans!
Ooh, your lightning storm is going to drop.
That's okay, I've got more.
Okay, so she pulls from her back a staff that she twirls around and kind of spins in the air, and she is going to use... Oh man, guess what? Okay, so she twirls this staff around, and you can see the crystal at the very tip starts to glow a bright kind of sky blue before she does a swift kind of motion with it, and the entirety of the temperature around you drops as she brings about a cold front. Yep. and
She's not immune to the effect that she just caused.
No, she is not.
Oh, wait, she's not?
So she's vulnerable to cold damage now.
All creatures. I
think I'm gonna kill her.
Oh, I have an idea, but it might be
So that is going to be her turn.
I feel like Joe secretly set stuff up in the background so I'd be able to do this.
I'm excited to see whatever fresh bullshit you're about to unleash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to scoot over here and make sure this guy can't move without me smacking him first. And then I pull out my beautiful little plot device, the Helm of La Destructora, and I cast Petrifying Heraldry. Go back to what you used to be, you hag.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god. If you one-shot...
Become as stone, you piece of trash.
What is the DC on that?
20.
20. Holy shit.
20!
Yep, once per day. Okay, so she's going to roll this at disadvantage.
She has to do it twice. Yeah.
1, 2.
Close, but no cigar.
She just looks to you and goes, "What?" And starts to slowly from her legs form into stone.
I'm just fixing the problem you caused, Buck.
I wonder if her blot hands will get petrified along with her or no.
You can see that her blot hands do not. As she turns to stone, starts to slowly sink into the mound of blot. Just like...
I'm the king of the blot now. I'm on top of the blot tower.
Okay. Well done, word.
She has one more shot at not being petrified for the next 24 hours.
And she still has disadvantage unless she broke concentration, which she couldn't have because...
Assume that's all your turn word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, because then I'm standing next to this guy for a reason. I'll scoot out of the way.
go.
So yeah, that's my full turn.
Okay, Fritz, your turn.
Well, I'm gonna move here and cast it anyway because I feel stupid if I don't. Gust of wind, go. Just to hold that Goliath back.
Gust of wind. Okay. The Goliath is going to make the save. Yeah, the Goliath is fine. He doesn't get pushed. However, you do push 2 blot hawks right out of their spot into the trees kind of behind them, revealing them as they just are battered into the tree line. Okay. Next. Buck, you saw the stony weather witch sink into the blot mound of where you are, and you can feel it kind of shaking underneath your feet. It might fall apart anytime soon into various different kind of blot piles.
Okay. That kind of changes maybe what I want to do, that information. So I think what I will do is maybe, can I like slide down, like the little slide down the side?
With an acrobatics check, yes. You, because of the steep incline of the blot as well as the goopy material, it kind of like your foot gets stuck on one particular sticky part and you stumble and you fall prone.
I'm gonna run over to here and I'm gonna attack recklessly on the blot golem, I think you called him.
Goliath. Blot Goliath. Yes! Oh my gosh, good. Yeah, you smack him real hard. Just you smack him so hard his head like completely goes like 180 degrees downwards into its chest.
Now, I can push him 5 feet back with my Crusher ability. Can I push him towards into the woods a little bit, I guess? Yeah.
Into the woods? Yes, you may.
Then I'll step forward here, and then I'll make it my second attack against him.
All right, yes, another good hit. Just smack, just knocking off a big chunk of blot. You, break off one of its 4 arms.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Lyra, your turn.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, call lightning again.
Call lightning.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
We
do?
got enough big boys running around. I think it's a good idea. Oh, that's a better damage roll. Where was this one?
24. Where are you targeting this strike?
I wanted to target this big boy.
The big boy. All right. Oh
And
my
ideally
gosh.
the 2 blot hawks next to it, so I guess I would
Yes.
target this spot. anything
Okay, it
within
doesn't
5
matter
feet.
if the blot hawks even make the save. That's enough to just they zap and explode.
Good. I didn't like taking 15 damage from them last round.
Okay, and yes, he is going to... Ooh, even if he makes the save, that's 12 damage coming his way as the Goliath gets zapped and is looking pretty rough with all this focus fire.
Cool beans. And I'm going to bonus action just drop a Bomb of the Summer Court on myself to heal 1d6.
Okay, so on the Weather Witch's turn, you see the mound of blot kind of shaking and malforming and morphing around, and you hear the muffled voice actually echoing throughout the woods of the Weather Witch speak out,
I will not be denied my destiny again!
and a massive shockwave of force kind of emits out from this blot pile, knocking down the various tree line around you, revealing basically the forest. And it's such a massive blast of force that the owlbear does actually awaken. You hear the Weather Witch's voice again, kind of muffled in the blot pile.
No, what? But I command you, what is this?
And you hear an unorganized whisperings of voices, a mass of voices coming from the blot pile as you can see it morphing and warping, and you hear a chorus of voices speaking in unison, echoing throughout the forest.
They betrayed us! They killed us! They took our home! The tree must fall!
As out from the center of the blot rises a new form, taking the silhouette of the Weather Witch with bright, glowing eyes.
Oh boy.
Friend.
And out from the center burst out various spews of blot that Lyra will have to make a save for later.
I will.
Yes, as it
Yeah.
splurts out that way, and that way. And now sitting at the top, using the mound as if it were the bottom of its robes, is a new Weather Witch that appears,
Come on.
completely taken over by the blot. So,
I'm excited to make whatever horrible saving throw I have to make for this bullshit.
yes, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, Lyra, at disadvantage because of the cold weather.
Oh no! Okay. One of those was almost good.
Okay, you see this massive force of just oozing black liquid come your way, and you brace yourself, and you are about to take the full force of this, until suddenly, just as you're about to take the whole thing, a wall of mushrooms sprouts out of the ground and takes the full brunt of it. However, the mushrooms just slowly shrivel and sizzle and as they melt into this black goopy mess. As you can see, that Shemaya stepped in to protect you.
Oh.
And she turns to you and nods.
Your journey does not end here, Lyra.
Well, I would hope not, but you need to preserve your power so that you can heal the forest after we're done.
Perhaps, but I saw something of more value in danger.
You know it's serious.
I'm just glad
throwing
we...
elbows today.
The rest of the blot, you can see, let's see, there are how many hawks left? There are 3 still hidden in the bushes. 2 of them are going to fire at you, Ward. Ooh, and both of them are going to hit as darts of force hit you, and you are going to take 12 force damage.
Oof. Uncanny dodge. I'll get out of the way of or take half damage from one of those. It's up to you, I guess.
8 in total, because it's 4. It was 8 and 4, and I presume you would want to dodge the heavier hitting one.
Yeah.
So it's 4 and 4, which is 8 total. And one of them is going to fire upon you, Fritz. You're able to dodge out of the way, and the Goliath is going to come forward, and it's going to take all 4 of its hands, and it's going to take many, many punches at you, Buck. Okay, you're able to block 1. You're able to block 2. Ooh, okay, and 2 come through as you are like parrying and blocking and dodging 2 of the strikes of 2 of the fists. The other ones that quickly grow back from being like batted off from your hammer grow back, and 2 more punches come your way. And you are going to take 12 in total. Oh, no. As two fists batter you. This blot geyser is going to skitter around over here to get in range of you, and it's also going to blast you. Dexterity saving throw, Buck. Ooh, okay. You are going to take some more force damage. You're going to take 15 force damage as this geyser just fires a big laser beam your way.
Okay, could be doing better here. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized as well, both of those guys are going to take 1d6 damage.
Oh, 1d6. All right, cool. Okay, ooh.
Nice.
The Goliath is nearly fallen over, and this blot is going to try and head this way.
Fritz, get him.
Fritz or Word, you have an attack of opportunity, either one.
Okay. Oh, wait, and I also have my mark on him.
Okay.
Nice.
So 5 piercing. Okay. So that fire is actually going to transform into force damage, completely mitigating the cold front.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. As it tries to skitter, kind of slunge away from you, you fire upon it and it explodes. You can see that the Weather Witch is charging for another kind of 4 attack blast like it just did as the thing starts to shake and undulate back and forth. You know that this is the same undulation it did before. It's going to do another one. Word, your turn.
I'm going to step over the nasty little creature and get a nice big whiff of that dead warg. Before I cast, let's do a 2nd level healing word on Buck.
Yeah.
Yay!
Buck, I need you to feel better and also kill that guy. I have a really cool ability called Voice of Authority that I think you gave me. He gets to make an attack on a creature I target.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's a pretty high roll. And you, at the command of God King Word, smack this thing down.
I am the acolyte.
Just boosh into a puddle.
God King Word's finest and first saint.
And then I'll launch a Black Hawk shot at the Weather Witch.
As you fire it up, you can see that as it's dead set on hitting this new blotified Weather Witch, a kind of orb of blot just covers her briefly, consuming the shot, shielding the Weather Witch at the center.
I don't think she has a buttload of those. Someone kill her. I'm gonna duck in here, not hiding, but just prepping to potentially. That's my turn.
Okay. Fritz, your turn.
You said she's gonna fire next turn, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say no.
Etherealness.
Means I can't do anything this turn, but she won't be able to hit me.
You're just leaving combat? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes you take a break.
I'm gonna wait until after she hits and then come back.
It's like I can still hear them.
Fritz, you step into the ethereal plane and you can see kind of almost transparently through everyone, like they're kind of a faint outline, including that of the blot, which seems to be made up of multiple, like dozens of faint outlines.
That's me done.
All right. Buck.
Oh, I really think it's a bad idea for me to get up on top of that mound again.
But the parasites are telling you, Buck. The parasites.
The worm that lives in my brain says that is a great idea. No, the worm that lives in my brain is over here hiding. I'm gonna go try and run to this thing over here. Is this like a constant stream?
Yes, and you can see that it is kind of like a goopy, black, thick liquid.
Can I do a goopy jump over the goopy?
You most
liquid?
certainly can, easily.
I would like to goopy jump over, and then I would like to get into swangin' range and do another couple of. They're gonna be reckless as well. Swangs.
Okay, that one's gonna hit. Yep, you smack into the geyser, just you crack a bit of pieces off of it.
I'm gonna push it 5 feet towards this like tree a little bit.
Ooh, all right. Boosh! It bashes into the tree and it shakes a little bit.
And then I'll do it again. Hopefully it rolls damage this time.
Ooh, yes, that's also going to hit. You smack it yet again, cracking off another bit of its little opening.
I think that's gonna be it for me. I don't think I can do much else. I want to try and deal with this so my friends can focus on other stuff. And then, so I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Lyra, the one bit of little liquid that you're standing on that kind of seeped through the mushrooms that Shemaya used to protect you is going to be difficult terrain.
Okay, I will move out of it.
Yes, so that 5 feet of movement is going to be 10, just for that one though.
That's okay, I wasn't planning on moving all that much, because I didn't take any damage. I didn't need to roll concentration on Call Lightning, so I'm gonna strike the Weather Witch with Lightning again.
All right, striking the Weather Witch with lightning again.
Boop. So that's another dexterity save. Oh, that's tasty. That's not bad at all.
Oh, all right. Another 24.
Another DC 16 dex save.
Oh, and she's going to take the full force of this damage as the lightning splits her down the middle. Just like she splits into two separate pieces that are like hanging back, like hanging downwards as if you like had just split a banana peel. But then they slowly form back up.
Yeah, I don't think she's still in there in any meaningful way.
And as you did that, you can see the blot mound get ever so slightly smaller.
Aha! Chip damage. It's working. Is anyone low on health? I know Buck got a little bit of healing.
Yep. I'm low on health.
You're within 120 feet of me. I will use 2 bombs with a summer court. So you get 2d6 of healing. I'm running a little bit low on that though. We should take a bench nap after this.
Yeah.
All right. Now please don't hit me with a poison laser again.
Okay. On the blot's turn, you can see that the shaking and undulating erupts into another 4 blasts of blot spray. And Buck, I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, I assume.
And Fritz, it would have caught you had you not jumped into the ethereal plane, as you can see it kind of pass through your body, and you hear whisperings of these angry souls pass by as the projectile just completely phases you. Okay, with a 14, you are going to take... You failed.
And you guys were like, you're not gonna do damage this turn? Yeah. Yeah.
No. Yes, Chad face. You're right. I'm not going to do damage this turn, but I'll survive. So, Buck, you take the full blast of this goopy liquid that just kind of sickens you, and you are going to take 27 necrotic damage.
Oh my god, are you still up?
I'm still up.
Okay.
I don't have a ton of HP left though. Does she take 1d6 damage?
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Yay!
Quick, bite your thumb at her. Maybe it'll do a little bit more.
Hey, that's a decently high roll. As force rings out from you into a small bit of like the blot hail, just like pew, just like a little bit of it just sparks off. And seeing as these hit a couple of the trees, the blot covers the trees, and the trees come to life.
Oh my
no.
god, this isn't good.
Let's just leave.
This kind of trail of blot dissipates as they start to form kind of towards the ends of their path, their trail, as they leave behind another blotling on each of them, each end of them. And this one is going to start heading towards the owlbear
No!
Stop this.
as it sees a target. And the owlbear is a little groggy. This one up at the top is going to head towards the dead myconid bodies, and you can see that it starts to take its form. This one over here is going to head towards this dead warg, and this one doesn't have anything to head towards, so it's just going to head towards you guys. Now, the Weather Witch starts to undulate again, and is going to move the entirety of the mound into place as it slowly, with its tendrils and branches and roots, gripping at the ground, pulling it, digging out the dirt, and leaving behind a trail of gray, dead soil behind it, heading upwards towards Yord. And it starts to undulate. It's going to blast again. Now, the hawks are going to take their pop shots. Okay, one hawk is going to shoot at you, Buck. It's going to miss. One is going to shoot at you, Lyra. Oh, it actually misses. Another one's going to shoot at Shemaya, and it's going to miss. And another one shooting at Ward. They're all rolling very shitty right now. But yes, you can see that the trees have now entered the battle. And the geyser. That's right. I almost forgot about the geyser. Geyser's going to try and shoot at you, Buck, at point blank, but it is going to be making at disadvantage since you're right there. And it is going to fire, and you just use your hammer to, like, push it out of the way. Just skins, like, the side of you. Now, as for the trees, they have a special feature. A feature you've seen before. As they emit a little bit of an aura, the oxygen they would have been giving now emits a suppressive aura around them, just like the towers that you once saw in Old Deosia, which means any spellcasters within this radius will not be able to cast their spells like a silence.
We should have befriended the monkeys.
And Shemaya, having done the thing that she wanted to do, is going to hang back to preserve her strength, only for the direst of circumstances. Word, your turn.
Can I use my bonus action to try and hide, just to reposition a little bit to come at her?
All right, yes, you are hidden from sight as far as you can tell. Just shoof, diving back into the bushes again.
I'm going to use my closing argument. Can you please stop dying and stay dead?
You stab, and just a blast of blotty goop just erupts from the other side of where you stab, reducing the size of the mound even more.
I didn't even need to use my closing argument. I get another free crit.
Heck yeah.
Please just die. And now that she's shrunken down out of my range, Lyra, help.
I'm working on it.
Fritz, your turn. You're still in the ethereal plane, and you've completely dodged one of the blot blasts.
Okay, hold on, I gotta do maths. Exactly 30! Oh, okay, fine. I'll move exactly 30 here. I'm not out of it, but it's okay. Is there any spells? Because I could just do it. You know what? Yes, I do have a spell.
Oh, you're gonna summon another creature?
Yes, but at level fucking 2.
All right, what kind of beast are you summoning?
Air being.
Air creature.
I want flyby.
I'm gonna say that sounds cool. It doesn't say anything about summoning, casting spells, but I'm going to rule it that yes, you can summon creatures into the material plane while you're in the ethereal plane, because that sounds cool.
Wait, so I can just control this fucker while still in the plane? Cool.
I think
anyway.
so. There we go. You are now responsible for that bird. So, a bird appears out of thin air to you guys. You don't see where it came from because Fritz has just been gone. So yeah, what do you want the bird to do? It's gonna go claw the weather witch? There you go. Okay, so unfortunately that is going to miss, but you got your bird up. Grab your bird. I'm gonna put him over here if that's okay, just to indicate that he's over there. Silly little guy.
Cool. He's just gonna go fuck off and...
Yeah, flies in, just like goes to claw at the blot pile and then leaves. Okay, Buck, your turn. You now have a tree.
Well, I think first things first, I want to do an attack on the thing right next to me.
Okay, ooh, yes, you smack it real nice again, and you think that another good hit might make this thing fall apart.
That being the case, yeah, let me try and hit it again.
15 is gonna make it, and yeah, that is gonna do it. As you smack into this trembling, kind of shaky, barely holding itself together blot geyser, and you crush it, and it crumbles and falls apart dead.
I'm gonna move maybe like, I don't want to get too close. I'm worried about how it's gonna do the pulse. I don't really know how to avoid it.
If you would like, you can you can spend your bonus action to do an insight check.
Let's do that.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, hard to. I'm about where I'm at. Maybe here. I'll move there, and then I will hope to God that I am fine, and I will end my turn.
Lyra, your turn.
Yeah, I am unfortunately 5 feet out of range of the specific maneuver I wanted to do, but that is okay. Currently, my speed is 40. So the thing is, when I'm in the little aura, I can't cast spells, but Call Lightning is still up. and it just uses a magic action for me to call down a lightning bolt.
Ah, so you don't need to cast any spells. Yes.
Yeah, so I think I can still do that from within the aura. So instead, I'm going to use my movement to kind of skirt around the outside of the fucked up and evil tree.
Okay. And when you do, you notice where the blot hawks have been hiding as you go into the bushes, and you can see them.
Oh, good.
And also, since the bounds of vision, yeah, there you go. Since the bounds of vision are gone, so are the bounds of the arena.
I think this is as far as I can go. Anyway, I'm just gonna boop another 3d10 on her. Let me just roll that real quick. It's pretty nice to just be able to keep doing it until she decides to do damage to me. Oh, baby.
Ooh, not bad. Okay.
There was a 10 and a 1 in there, so they kind of cancel each other out. So that's another DC 16 dex save.
Oh my gosh, she is failing all of these dex saves as you deal another massive full damage lightning blast that it just cracks down, chopping this thing to bits like a butcher's knife. And the mound of blot now reduces enough that it's basically indistinguishable from the new blot formed weather witch. That's all that's left.
Cool. That's my turn.
If you would like, you still have a bonus action, yeah? You can also give an insight check.
Oh, yeah. I'll use a bonus action insight check. Hacha. Oh, damn, okay. What's this thing's social security number?
You can tell that this thing shoots in a pattern of crosses back and forth, and that the next cross is going to be in the cardinal directions. Coincidentally, exactly where Word is standing as well.
Oh no! Word, look out!
It's one of my good friends, though.
So it's not aiming at us, it's just kind of randomly alternating. That's good to know.
Next is the Weather Witch's turn, and it's gonna shoot its blast. Word, make a Constitution saving throw.
Word, no!
Not Constitution.
As it blasts out in the 4 directions yet again.
Oh,
no. Word, no!
You're going to take the full brunt of this necrotic blast.
I'm a rogue. I can't do that.
You are going to take 29 necrotic damage as this full blast just covers you in this goopy oil-like substance, making you feel sick and nauseous as if you're about to throw up.
I'll use my absolutely uncanny dodge to take, what's half of 29? That'd be about 15?
14.
14. Okay. I'll take it.
And it seems as though the Weather Witch is no longer undulating as it is run out of blot to use as ammunition. This blot, however, is going to go into this warg's dead body and completely cover it to become a blot hound, and it's gonna slowly make its way this way. These hawks are going to continue to shoot as they have been every turn. That's gonna be a crit on you, Word.
Oh!
Stop.
And you're going to take...
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
He is a pretty little guy. You're going to take 15 force damage. This blot hawk is going to shoot at Layra. Layra, you miraculously dodge out of the way. This one's going to shoot at Fritz. Wait, no, it's not, because Fritz is in the ethereal plane. It can't even see Fritz.
Aha.
Never mind, it's going to shoot at Buck. It still misses, though. And another one also misses. Let's see. What else? This blot is going to attack the owlbear. The owlbear actually looks a little terrified and is actually going to be... You can hear the owlbear's cries, actually, in fear.
Oh.
Since you guys can't see it, you can tell that it is battling some of the blot. And this one over here, Layra, you see forms into the body of the Myconid, and it is going to blotify one of the Myconid bodies.
Oh, this is so annoying.
And it's only going to slowly shamble just a little bit this way. As for the tree is going to slowly maneuver its way over here, and it's going to take a lash at you, Layra, with one of its vines. Ooh, and it whips whoosh, at you, and you're going to take 4 slashing damage.
Okay, that's not worth parrying.
This one is going to slowly shamble this way towards you, Buck, but it's too slow to catch up. And the last thing the Weather Witch is going to do is, despite being all blotified, it still has enough cognizance to use its staff. So it whisks its staff around and summons instead forth a thunderstorm as rain begins to fall and cover the forest floor.
Oh, is it Christmas already?
And also, little puddles of water start to appear around, which... Oop,
Methinks old Buck is in a lot of water area.
Oh, shoot, I have to roll a Constitution save on my... Oh, please, come on.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
keep it just this once, please.
come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Yay! Yeah, it was so little damage.
If we can push her back into the water, you can electrocute her.
I think I can electrocute her anyway. It doesn't seem like the puddles have the effect on the lightning damage.
Oh, but it'll be sick.
It would be pretty sick.
Lyra, I think I can do it. I can push her. I have the ability to do it.
So you guys no longer have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws since the cold front is gone. But now you're wet. So, Word, your turn.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action to dash. I'm gonna duck around. Is this a hazardous area?
I would say the water is difficult terrain.
Yeah. Well, then I'll have to use my bonus action no matter what. But I will use my closing argument. If it lands a hit, it will crit.
Ah, I see. We'll just roll the damage twice, because that's what a crit does.
Oh, unless I miss.
Unless
Heroic
you miss.
Inspiration.
You want to use your inspiration? Oh!
That's the worst thing that could happen.
The rain, unfortunately, is covering a little bit of your vision, and just kind of get a little bit of rainwater in your eye as you just slip and...
It's a terrible day for rain. I can't do anything. I dashed over here. I just look up at this slightly towering creature. Well, fuck you.
Do you have any extra movement to get out of that being 10 feet near her?
Well, then I'll invoke an attack of opportunity.
It might be worth it if for the lightning if the lightning comes down.
Not if I have 11 hit points.
That's true, yeah. I can just hit other stuff with lightning, guys. It's fine. I contain multitudes.
I will mention that the arc of lightning, that the effect is to any other creature within 10 feet of them.
So if I deal lightning damage to her, it'll jump straight to Word.
And then to me, right? Like it's gonna chain to.
Oh, it chains? Oh.
It says, when a creature takes lightning damage.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I'll get out of the way. I think I can go like over here.
Okay, so you're gonna get out, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity. She's going to lash at you with a tendril. That is going to miss. Because it's such an important roll, I want her to roll it open. So yes, she does not have a great physical attack. She lashes out with a goopy tendril, but you're able to dodge out of the way. Well done.
I'll be back, and I'll crit you, I swear.
Fritz, you're in the ethereal plane, and you have a bird.
I do have a bird. I'm gonna do my bird attacks first. Have you guys got the weather witch? Could I deal with this guy behind so we don't like attack us three maybe? I'm worried they might go for Shemaya.
I've got. Yeah.
Just rip and tear.
Bird, attack! Maul!
Whoa, all right. Yeah, that's going to
Nice.
hit.
Okay, so then I get attack hit 1d8 plus 4 plus the spell level piercing damage.
Okay. It goes and slashes. It kind of like claws off a bit of the Weather Witch's hat, which like grows back quickly, but just claws it off. Oh, you're attacking the hound. My mistake. Yes. Okay, the hound. Yes, it does the same thing except to the hound's like ear.
Okay, and then it's gonna fly back. I am in here. Hold on. Okay, move all the way over here. Out of ethereal plane. We're gonna start blasting.
All right. You can see Shemaya is getting ready to take the reins of the horse to escape if the hound does attack. But yes, you fire. Phew!
Okay, and then bonus action mark the motherfucker.
Yep, both of those will hit. Let me see that force damage. Yep, so oh geez, you do a decent amount of damage to this hound that it's almost falling apart as is.
Yep, and that's me done.
As it was approaching the cart and kind of discerning what to do with it, you fire upon it, phew, 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 and it completely ignores the cart and now has eyes for you. Buck.
I intend to set Lyra up for the greatest shock of all time. So I'm going to go here because I have 10 feet with my long reach. I'm going to attack recklessly.
Ooh, very
I'm going to
nice.
assume that hits.
Yep, that 20 is going to hit as you...
She's only one size bigger than me, so I can still push her back into the water, which is what I would like to do.
Yep, whoosh, as the kind of goopy bottom of the robe just gets slid onto the water, kind of mixing in.
I would like to attack you once again.
Ooh, yes, another decent hit as you bash off another big chunk of blot off of the witch.
Now, I would like to run. I'm going to impose myself right here, and then I think that's going to be my turn.
Okay, Lyra, your turn.
Okay, so the idea is I hit her with lightning now?
I guess you hit her with lightning now.
Well, okay then. Can do, boss. Just gonna move over here. One more, so if she lasers, it won't hit me. Okay, and now let us do another 3d10, but then also another 3d10, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, here we go. Call lightning. Okay, first 3d10. Okay.
Okay, that's a good amount. 18.
Second 3d10. And she still needs to make her dex save or she's having all of this. Oh, that one's disgusting. Come on, guys.
Ooh, okay, so that's going to be a total of 26. Ooh, and the luck just keeps running out as she makes the dex save, which is going to reduce it to 13. As this lightning zaps down and kind of bounces and jumps around the water puddle, sizzling it and completely consuming it as well. But it does kind of zap this weather witch, and as a bit more of the blot pieces kind of splurt off of her onto the ground.
Buck, what I thought you were gonna do was put yourself here so that you became a 10-foot chain between these two things.
As much as I love that, I do not have enough health to be doing that right
I was
now.
considering putting myself there, but I was like, then I might drop concentration on the spell, and I'd probably take like 20 points of damage, so.
Oh no.
It definitely would have been considered.
Oh yeah.
Buck and Word looking at you half dead. Oh no, the worst thing. You drop concentration.
It already happened to me once. I don't want it to happen again.
Don't traumatize me.
Yeah, I think that's my turn.
Okay, now on the blot's turn, you hear rumblings throughout the forest. Various different animals and creatures, including the owlbear, lets out a big roar, and you see the blot that went that way just go phew, flying and splat onto the ground as the owlbear now comes to defend its territory. You hear the rumbling of the forest and the voice of a familiar foppish fellow. Wait, my darlings, where are you going? As you can see,
Spider horde.
a few spiders coming.
The spider just chitters on your left.
You also hear the ooks and ox of various heavy voices swinging through the trees are the gorillons
My monkey pals.
who come bounding and slamming down onto the blot that have invaded their home. And even to the north, you see some barks and howls of some canine-looking creatures as the wargs come in to take vengeance on the creatures what stole their food.
Aw, heck yeah.
As they go and gnaw at the blot hawks. Let's see. This one chomps down on this hawk. This one chomps down on this hawk. As they kind of like chomp down and then kind of throw their heads back and forth violently with the little goop that's remaining. These gorillons drop down to crush these blot hawks. And this one, trying to escape, gets slammed down by another one. As they kind of pump their chest and scream. The spiders all shoot a web around the tree to hold it still. Okay, the tree is restrained. And the Weather Witch is going to cast a Scorching Ray at a few targets. It's going to pick Word, Lyra, and Buck. Each is going to take one. So the witch tries to lift up its arm to do, and you see a little flick of like smoke come out from what seems to be its arm. Then it just slithers over to the right, and then the fire forms in its palm. My god, Lyra, you're getting very lucky with these.
Yay.
Word as well. You luckily missed.
Yes.
Buck, however, you are going to take 15 fire damage.
I have two, count them, 2 HP. Oh, wait. While this is happening, I would like to use, I have the blade mail. It says when I take damage from any source as a reaction, I can return the full damage back to the attacking creature.
Ah, yes.
You also, on top of that, are still dealing retribution damage, no?
So she'll take, I can use that once per day.
She's going to take the 15 plus the 4. There's 19, and you blast it, and the blade mail blasts forth just the very same kind of burning fiery beam back into her. And she takes a blast to the side, and now she looks like the T-1000 in Terminator 2 after it takes like a few shotgun blasts from Sarah Connor, as it's just hanging from the side and screeching. It's nearly done. Word.
Okay, let's do this one more time, please. For the love of me, God, just sleep with these souls. Closing argument.
Yes!
Yeah!
You deal a total of 49 damage. Word. How do you kill the Weather Witch?
Yeah! Yeah.
Okay. So Word's a tiny little guy, and he's exhausted near death. His HP is the same as his initiative. So he climbs up onto her, and is just like stabbing her as he goes up. And he wrenches it into her heart and twists, and it starts to burn and bubble away all the rot around her. I imagine that leaves her corpse as a stone again, doesn't it? Or is she fully devoured?
So when you stab into her, retching her, you see that underneath all of this blot, there is no weather witch left. It has been completely consumed by the blot, just as a body would have had it decayed.
I mean, we split her like a banana earlier. I don't think there's anything coming back from that.
But the weather witch, truly, definitively, is no more. And drop by her feet, dung, 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 is her staff.
I pull her little hand out of my backpack and I high-five it. Half unconscious. That's my turn.
All right, good job. Fritz! Your turn. There's still blot to deal with.
How low are you, Buck?
If I had to say on a scale of 1 to 86, I'd be at a 2 right now.
Okay, I'm going to, you know what, Buck. I'm going to throw my potion of greater healing at you.
It hits me in the face, I take 2 damage, I die.
Well, like, to catch. Oh, wait, no, I could just force you to drink it. 1 second. Excuse me.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh!
All right, there you go. You just get forced down. This, like, bird person who's, like, half your size. But yes, congratulations, Buck. You're not dancing with death anymore.
Bonus action, I soothe Buck. It's okay. You didn't make a mistake. You were just kind. It's okay.
Buck, you may heal emotional damage.
Aww.
My heart.
I feel like I can get married again.
Just, do you see any eligible women around here for me to marry?
Makes eye contact with Shemaya.
I marry Shemaya. I roll to marry Shemaya.
Totally forgot. The Bloodhound would have, I think, it would have been at around the same time, so it would have engaged with the other warg, I think. So it would have bit each other. Let's see. Okay, it deals a little bit of damage to the warg. That's all it would have done.
I'm going to move next to my bird now that I've forced you to drink the potion and told you it's okay. And I'm done.
So then, Buck, your turn.
Buck's turn. Buck gonna run up and hit the dog.
Hit the dog.
I'm gonna roll to hit that dog.
You hit that dog. That 13 is going to hit, believe it or not.
Okay, 15 dog damage.
Yes, and that is going to splatter this thing across the forest floor.
Yay! I guess there's still a tree left. So with my other damage, I'm gonna hit a tree.
Hit the tree. Oh, yes. You smack the tree, and this thing is very brittle. As you smack it with one big good smack. It's not that sturdy, this tree.
Yay!
Lyra.
So it's super cool that the forces of the forest have all rallied to help us out. However, this does mean the battlefield is now a target-rich environment when I really don't want to hit any of my friends with lightning.
Especially with the lightning in this thunderstorm.
I mean, you could go for the max damage of this campaign right now with one attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, let me just look at my spell list again. I haven't had to have a second gimmick in a while. Just remind myself of what I can wild shape into, because that's probably a good start now, actually. Let's go with Panther again. May as well. Oh, actually, before I do that, sorry. While I still have, like, a mouth that works, I'm going to use bonus action to Healing Word. Yeah, okay, where the hell is Word?
You hear the groaning.
Oh, perfect. Okay, then yes, I'll throw a Healing Word.
Reaching very slowly for a little magic staff.
Okay, then I will bonus action Healing Word for Word. Boop. It's only 1d4. Oh, I guess it's 2d4. Oh, I think I upcast it. Yep, okay. Well, that was a mistake, but you know what? It's fine. That's still a lot of good healing. And then I will wild shape into a panther and prepare to cause problems later.
Oh, my broken bones. They're less broken.
Actually, I'm also going to maneuver. Damn, I'm so much faster now. Okay, I'm going to, because now I have 50 feet of movement, I'm just going to get closer to the... Actually, no, I'm fine where I am. I'll just fuck up the tree later. Okay, that's my turn.
I'm gonna say, just with how this battle is going, eventually you will have taken care of the blot as the rest of the creatures of the forest bound and band together to take care of the blot alongside you. The wargs pack hunting the tree, the gorillons and the spiders bombarding the other tree and smashing the remaining blot that stuck around until eventually no blot remains.
Yay!
Until eventually, Clive Hemsworth Bartholomew kind of catches up. My darlings, it's dangerous out here. Don't you travel without Daddy. Oh, you doing all these. Oh my goodness, what happened here? The creatures all kind of have a standoff for a moment. But seeing as they're all tired from the battle and all kind of hungry and malnourished from the disturbance of the forest that has been going on for the past few days or so, they don't have the energy to dispute themselves. So they just kind of huff and haw and grunt at each other, but showing a little bits of displays of intimidation, but otherwise going back to their respective areas. The owlbear yawns and stretches a bit, goes back to sleep.
Aww.
But yes, word. The staff on the forest floor that you find is the very staff that gave the Weather Witch her name. You find the staff of the Weather Witch, and so...
No way.
Someone else should take this. I'm crazy enough as it is, and I would never want to use this power. It threatened my people.
Well, I'll take this if nobody else wants it.
Yeah, I feel like that's thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
So yes, after the battle is over, Shemaya gets off of the cart and walks on over and just looks at the remains of the Weather Witch.
Oh, fool. To believe she could control the blot, but you have done well to put a stop to it.
I don't know that we've put a full stop to the blot as a whole.
No, but that is another matter for another time. Right now, we will focus on solving this one.
At least the blot are a little less manipulated than they've been for a long time. That's enough for me.
Indeed. I heard those voices ring out from her. I do not believe those were hers.
No.
Those are the voices in the Dal room.
And I look at her. I know her face is veiled, but does she seem like she knows what they are?
She tilts her head ever so slightly, and you can tell as she tilts her head, she's not familiar with that name. And if you would like, you can give her the rundown of like what you've discovered.
Yeah, we like the Dal room so far. I mean, she shares some of the same principles, if not all of them, with their like ancient philosophy. So it feels very fair.
Yeah, she might find them interesting.
You give her the rundown, and she does seem incredibly interested and actually a bit disapproving of the history of Elynthi after being informed of what they've done to the Dao room. And she seems a bit taken aback by this.
I now have conflicting feelings about the use that we have for the tree, knowing that it came from such a source. And that would explain the sort of disdain those voices had for, I presume, not just the Weather Witch, but all Elinthians.
It's alarming. It seems the Daorong had a method to live in actual harmony with their environment. But with the introduction of the tree, the ecosystem has been changed irreparably, perhaps.
Instead of living harmoniously, we've become more dependent rather than codependent.
Nobody loves a central power that isn't word.
The stewardship of nature has taken on a strange turn with this revelation. I find myself conflicted about the tree as well.
Whatever the case may be, I did set out to restore this part of the forest as promised to a source of mine that lives near Corencia. I shall hold up my end.
And she gets down, kind of resting on her shins, and she kind of does like a kind of shooing motion towards you, Buck and Word. Go on.
All right, let me hovel out of here. Jeez.
I keep forgetting that you're under the witch.
So she rests down on her shins and pulls out a curled branch of some kind, very unusual in shape, and something that, Lyra, you've never seen her have before. It's not a component that she's ever casted with. She breaks off a few pieces of the branch and forms a circle around her, and she puts her hands together and says a few incantations in a deep, bellowing voice, almost like a humming song. And after a moment, she gently lays her hands onto the forest floor, where a dim green light begins to emit from both of her hands and around the circle. Mushrooms start to begin to grow in the places where she placed the little broken pieces of branch. And around them, the once gray, lifeless dirt left behind by the Weather Witch and the blot turns into a moist brown mud. and the decayed dead grass that would have been there as a result of the blot going over it just kind of crumble into the mud as well. Lyra, you've seen this ritual before a few times. She's performed it on bits of farmland in Satya to revitalize the soil, make it fertile again so they don't have to kind of move to an entirely different place to farm, effectively trivializing farming. She is revitalizing the ground, and although no plants will grow back immediately, it has undone the damage that the blot has done. And in a few months to a year, portions of the forest will be as healthy as ever. After the ritual is done,
I have the ritual caster feat now.
Oh.
Can I learn this?
I will say yes. I will put a pin in that.
Okay, cool.
After the ritual's over, Shemaya shakily gets up to her feet, stumbling a little bit, and she just kind of brushes herself off. That should do it. And she takes a step out of the circle, and she stumbles even more and almost falls to the ground, catching herself kind of on her walking stick.
I'm going to try and catch her, too. Like, I know she's fine, but...
Yeah. You go to catch her, and although you are able to, she's not able to push you away, and she just goes, "Oh, no muling for today, please. It's all part of the procedure."
Oh, of course.
This is why I insisted at being at my full strength. But once we get to Corencia, I will require a quiet room. And she kind of tilts her head up to look at you. Lyra, you perform admirably. The rest of you, I feel, could use some room for improvement. You, for instance, Buck, when you... And then she starts to go on a long, constructive criticism of your combat abilities. No, all of you that she can see. She doesn't see Fritz, but to kind of Buck and Word kind of dressing you down. Not necessarily any way that's like necessarily mean or aggressive, but she's definitely not softening her blows at all.
Yeah, Lyra's just like nodding every time she says something factual, like, yep,
Yeah.
I also noticed that.
Yeah, she's very matter-of-fact with her criticisms, just not gentle with it. And then as she does, like, continue the tirade, eventually she goes back to Lyra. And Lyra, when you... And then she stops. She kind of catches herself, kind of looks around, and just kind of shakes her head. You all did very well. All of you.
Oh, I know.
Well then, back to the cart then, and onwards to Corencia.
I suppose so.
Shemaya goes to you, Buck, sorry. Shemaya goes up to you, and you can see, like, she steps in front of you, like, as you're heading to the cart, and she is trying to do something. You don't know what, but she's like, her hands are shaking a little bit. She kind of lifts it, but she's trying to do a gesture, but she's unsure what to do.
Are you sick? Are you okay?
By the gods, Jade was so much better at this. There's a thing that she did to congratulate people. I never really took a second glance at it.
Lyra, behind her, mimes a very awkward hug.
And then you can see that she recoils at that. Like, she takes her head back a little bit, like, gross, really? And so she tilts her head down and, like, slowly opens her arms. And then, like, kind of looking at them, like, is this what I'm supposed to do?
2 thumbs up.
I'll like slowly just kind of like walk into the embrace to make sure that's like actually what she wanted to do.
Yeah, and as you do, the atom of you touching her, like the very first atom, as soon as grazes her hand, she goes, "Very good job," and then she just turns around and goes to the cart.
I'm like looking around, like I look back at Lyra.
Yeah, it's just like, that means she likes you.
Okay. I'm very hurt. I'm gonna go back into the cart. I'll sit on a different side of the cart.
I think I'll probably drive the cart since everyone is out of commission and pretending like they're fine, except for Buck and Word, who are out of commission and being very dramatic about it.
Do you want me to drive the cart? I'm completely fine.
We can take turns.
Yeah, Fritz, you avoided almost all damage, basically.
I took 8 damage that entire fight, I'm pretty sure.
That's impressive.
My nemesis is dead.
You must be an even better hider than Word is. And he's like one of the best guys I've ever seen hide before.
Watch me.
Wow. Word was once in the bushes and now he's in the cart, and you didn't see how he got there.
Word can like chameleon like a mimic octopus.
I phase into the grass and phase out of the cart.
So, the pilgrims travel a few more hours through the trees as the density of the forest gets more and more intense until finally, like breaking through a wall, you and the carriage, the cart.jpg, and the horses pass through a thick layer of vines and hanging leaves to the center of the kingdom, the heart of Elynthi, Corencia.
He said it.
Oh. And we get to nap, right? We get to like long rest. And...
There's a settlement?
There most certainly is. Now,
Oh my goodness.
as you see the tree,
Oh, fuck, it's gonna be Faye!
you see the tree and the settlement at the bottom of it and the pathway leading up to it. As you approach, you are stopped part of the way by a authoritative-looking kobold draped in furs and ornate bones, and decorating all across his person are just various different bones of creatures. A tusk here, a jaw there, a skull, a jaw there, a skull of some sort of creature hanging on his hips. And as he approaches, you see Shemaiah and the Myconid kind of get up and give a little bow of their head. He seems very authoritative. Any of you can make a history check to see if you would recognize what this is.
Do I have advantage?
Yes, actually. Word, you would have advantage. Oh, God.
I don't remember this.
So, you know the authority of this person, but you don't know the position that they're in. Lyra, you know that this is what's called a guardian. They are a powerful protector of Corencia and sometimes an authority figure that commands warriors and mages that protect the circa forest around the immediate area of the base of the tree. They serve as peacekeepers and sometimes a council of leadership, the various different guardians. There's never more than a dozen at a time.
Does he have wings?
Word, you recognize this kobold.
Okay.
As you guys take a second glance at him, and you can see that he bears a striking resemblance to your companion.
Oh,
No way.
Leaf.
And as he greets you all, and seeing Word pop up, he goes,
Well. Even when I'm seeing it, I'm having a hard time believing it. Hello, brother. It's no wonder you guys have been causing a massive ruckus. You got this fellow with you.
It's no wonder you're here doing fuck all. It's nice to see you.
You can hear, like, just a few rustling in the bushes, and he holds up his hand out as a sort of stop.
Oh, we were absolutely about to be sniped.
Word? This is your brother?
Yep. This is Erd, the godsend of my parents.
And you will refer to me as the Red Guardian, and with some respect. But whatever the case may be, welcome, pilgrims, to Corencia.
And that is where we're going to call the session.
Oh my
Yay!
God, Word as a brother.
Oh,
This guy's
baby.
not a god. He's just got a leaf on his head.
Well,
Look,
he-
this whole time I just got the words God and God mixed up.
Guard.
Guardian.